Okay, hello, Fambul them. Good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are on Mother Earth. We don't come back today, and today we are going to deal with a very serious and important issue. Sierra Leone belongs to all of us Sierra Leoneans. We are all stakeholders in that country. And therefore, anything when of acute importance to the country in stability, to the country in welfare, we all for put more today. It's our business. Sierra Leone business is everybody's business. Today, we can discuss about the terms of reference of the tripartite committee and what it hold for we country in future. Why we need for discuss this? We need for discussion because if with the crisis Sierra Leone not get good leadership, if with the crisis Sierra Leone get bad governance, it's because maybe some of us who should be talking have kept quiet for too long. If we say we are intellectuals, we are part of the class of people that is endowed with the energies of intellect for make or break. And we have to make Sierra Leone. We have to. It is a moral, it is an ethical, it's a duty for which we pass here. If we don't do that, then we have failed passing here on Mother Earth. We are not passing here to reproduce children only, build houses, live luxurious lives. We are passing here to build the foundations that will succeed us and that will sustain generations yet unborn. And so therefore today, I'll be using English and Creole mixed because this is a very serious issue. And I'm speaking not only to Sierra Leoneans, but I'm speaking to the international community as well. Sierra Leone is a 70,000 square kilometers land on the curve of the continent of Africa, with the only natural harbor in Africa and the third largest on earth, and a very small and manageable population. But yes, it's a country awash with poverty. Why? Because those of us who think or who believe we know it all have been hypocrites. Let us stop the hypocrisy now and begin to talk for God and country. The greatest threat to democracy, as was recently said by a Palestinian Norwegian at the NORAD conference in Oslo, Iyad el-Baghdadi, is not autocracy, it is hypocrisy. Since we've had independence, the intellectual class have never come together to say, what are we going to do to make this land that we call our motherland? What visions do we have for this motherland? What objectives are we going to set out for this motherland? We have many clubs, they call themselves institutes, Institute of Medical Practitioners, Institute of Engineers, Institute of Beggars, Institute of Thieves, but none of them have come out and say, let us do something to make this place for all of us. If we've come this far, where the international community has to come in to mediate or arbitrate for us to begin to exercise free and fair electoral practices, then some of us have to be concerned because the stability, the ability, and the assurance that Sierra Leone will continue depends on what is going to be the outcome of this committee. So today, me and my co-host, Mr. Imran Toure, will examine in a very analytic manner, free from political influence, the outcomes or the expected outcomes of this tripartite committee as it has been mandated within the scope of the terms of reference. So, Mr. Toure, sorry about taking that time, sir. Let me give you time to say hello to the people.
Famulem in a cabo. Plenty to today yet again, I'm to for kind here what the issues there bring them come to for make we all go try for understand waiting and waiting we need for no understand because a very
Mr. Toure, can you maybe switch your device? I think you're having connectivity problem with this device. Can you switch back to the previous one, which was faster?
philosopher, English philosopher.
Sorry about that, people. But dear, at the Beguna, we want to build this platform. And the only way we'll go build them now for make we get more people they listen to we. Una where they listen to we, una share the link and una subscribe and get people then for subscribe. Let's build this platform. Because if una they look the screen, una see a quote somebody who it back, we say the greatest threat to any democracy is an uninformed electorate. This platform is created to inform the people of Sierra Leone in the diaspora and at home, because information is the power. Yes, sir. Welcome back, sir. You are still having this problem of slow connectivity. Can you switch back to the other device? Because we are having problem with getting you. Sorry, of ambulance. Sorry. That's what it is. And of course, these are challenges that we have to overcome. With time, we would overcome them. So as I've been they say, we are on a share, on a like. Let we build and grow the community. This is a community we are building. It's not about us wanting to build a community to make money. It's about wanting to build a community to spread the correct message and correct. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Now you're now okay, sir. You're now okay.
Pambulem in a good evening, plenty kushete in all. Yet again, we don't come back to Ina. For can talk to about the issues them where they affect we abroad and we people in back home. My brother, when he talk just now, he talk about acute. What thing they call acute? This now something way recent, something where they happen, where they right before we. Now as we talk so. But we also get pending issues them. That is the issue them we chronic. That are all things them. Well, today we're not talk about all things them. We want to talk about waiting we get at the table right now. When at this tripartite business. Recently, we see we get committee where they set this committee here, now 3 group of people them they inside it, what they call it tripartite. Then 3 people and the APC get 7, SLPP get 7, then international community inclusively then get 7. Well, then people here, then give it in terms of reference, where we see they make press conference. Some things then they will come up, we tell God thank you. Now make I can talk for say, man we get big, they get boku here pass you. My brother we are there with the panel, now it train unionists. It don't depend union business for many, many years, trained and qualified. And as I be said to some time ago, this tripartite business, now labor union them. Historically, now they build these instruments for deal with then this kind of disagreements there. Well, it don't look plenty there. We don't look them collectively. We want come for make them clear to una. But we all know the world where we live in get certain waiting them. A man called Edmund Burke, he say certain things them where they happen. If good people and if bad people them get for triumph, now where good people them see don't they not say nothing. Edmund Burke, now British philosopher, now he talk that. So does that mean to say we go see them, we not say nothing? We don't decide say on we own side, we not go set smart, we not go sit down, we go continue for talk. Because the country, as my brother say, now we all get them. We not want for a partition, how we did so. Before with man come, we partition. After we with man left, a wonderful man, Ezra Jones, when Lamina Sanko, he go all out for let its guy for make we amalgamate, make the protectorate and the colony come together for make them one nation, Sierra Leone. Now he make that slogan, one country, one people. But unfortunately, that part today, SLPP taken. But the reality is, we still there in partition. And this thing what we get before we today, when we brother talk about so, now a very current and recent business, now make it call an acute. Mr. Jallo, you know what thing they go on, and you are experts on this area. This term of reference, what thing they call term of reference, let people them understand what thing they mean. Because what they talk length in there, if fine for we put all thing a ground. So hold the dice, my brother. Tell me what.
Well, we then say term of reference. What it mean is we don't give a job for do. But they tell you, say, okay, this job, now this you for do. Let us say, for example, morning come, then you work in a house for do as a picking. Then say, okay, clean the house. Then go give a mandate to say you for go. Clean the parlor, clean the kitchen, clean the backyard, clean the front yard. Maybe the bedroom them not they within your mandate, so not a part of your term of reference. You not for go there. Who side and say for make you work now within that scope, now within that area, you for operate. Now they for do what thing for do. And all what thing for do, then give them on paper, the number them. Or so they talk unto you a number from 1 to the last one.
So the term of reference, now you do's and you don'ts.
Yes. Simply.
Well, now we don't get that. So what are the do's and the don'ts of this business here? We then give them people here for do. Because before them, this thing called committee, now a group of people them when they give responsibility for let them deal with an issue for we. And then people they don't give them waiting them for do and waiting enough for do. So me brother, now waiting at them thing they waiting give them for do.
Well, first and foremost, the whole thing center around one issue: elections in Sierra Leone. And we all know, not to hidden something say, the last election where the whole last year, a lot of things happen. Complaints being come, People have not been count down, they announce results. Then one of the political parties them say, we know they take part in the government. This will almost lead the country into a political stalemate where they threaten the peace of the country. Now this make the international community come in and say, okay, we're not going to sit down now and begin chap on ourselves again. Now come, now we see how we settle this thing. Then set up this committee with the assistance of what they call the National Peace and something Commission. Then say, okay, there we get voting for do, how for do them. What you go look at, what you not go look at. And out of that, then get this term of reference or terms of reference, where then give the committee. But certain things they were very clear about the committee in mandate or in work. That is, then therefore look at the elections, and of course the term of reference they include 2007, 2012, 2018, where as far as me concerned, it's an unfair addendum to the issue at hand. Why I say unfair, you know they say because you papa we go check 20 years ago, they lock on a cell. So today, if you check, then for go look what you make your papa been check. That's what they don't pass, then we don't take care of that. Okay? You see, this issue of this we don't do this, so we for do this. I think it's time we begin to change that in Sierra Leone. Because if we say everything they don't do people them, we for do them back. Some of you get so much for do back na salon, where you not go find for a lot of people. But we be not reach you out, say let us forgive and forget and move forward. Me what they talk now, yeah? I have been offended by a lot of people in Sierra Leone. But I forgave and I'm forgetting about it. So that part where then go begin add 2007, 2000, this come to this one where all man see clearly say was badly conducted even from the beginning of the voters' ID card will not been clear. The electoral register will been get a lot of problems. It's a very unfair approach. And one of the dangers were embedded in this terms of reference of the committee. It's a danger. Why is it a danger? One, where they say anybody can do any nonsense and justify them by referring to the past. Yes, the human being is not perfect. We all can make mistakes. We all can do nonsense. But if we keep saying, because this been don't do this, so it's a precedent, I can do them and go scot-free, then we are not ready.
Well, my brother do nothing sin. my brother not go do something wrong syndrome. We don't in our country.
You understand?
We dey encourage impunity.
There has been a lot of mistakes made by every human being. Every human being, they make a mistake. But if we say they hold on to their mistakes, then they for do something and find a way for get leverage, then we are not ready. And another thing where they show we is that we education not get meaning, because when you're an educated man, you get forget the capacity for being rational. And within our rationality, you dey look at something way wrong and say, okay, this has been done, but let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say because then we don't do them, you say for do them, then
Mm-hmm.
stop talking about being educated. You are a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
It's barbarians that have the conscience of retribution. Retribution is part of barbarism. Now we can know that.
Yeah.
Civilized people don't look for retribution, they look for restitution. They look for rehabilitation. They know things can go wrong, but they say, okay, let us restitute, let us rehabilitate, not retribute. Okay? That's the first point about the fault. Now I make us say the terms of reference, is it a pathway to peace or a pathway to another conflict? Because these are the critical issues that we need to look at. And another thing is, why do we need to look at it and talk about it? There are people like me and you who know these things, but they would prefer to keep quiet and wait for a time to go and revenge. That mentality of vengeance, let we begin stop her now. Let we begin move away from them. Because when you look at even the body document of the terms of reference, what you see now duplicity and hypocrisy written in fine English. And I'll tell you something. I see a danger of, sorry, we've lost him again. I don't know why we keep losing my co-host. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah,
Just go
but
on.
we are not seeing you. That's the problem. Maybe your hand is on the video or the camera or whatever. You have to put your camera on because we
Yeah,
are
it's
not
on.
seeing
It's
you.
on.
Okay, now you come on again. Yeah, as I was saying, people then they wouldn't know, then they think these things, then they will, me and you, they think and so. But they would prefer to keep quiet because what they do, they not get the how would I put it? Is it bravery or the tenacity for say, okay, let us raise our voice. Let us raise questions about this.
Because they're not a think community, then they think self. Because
Yeah.
where you quiet, you open for benefit on either side. And
But
now
you
only one
don't
side is there where
benefit.
you moral.
You don't benefit. That's one thing people have to begin to understand.
It's short-termism. It don't make
If
sense.
Sierra Leone goes bad, everybody lose. Look at a country with the resources we'll get. Show me one Sierra Leonean way go boast his hand up say in a multi-billionaire. If he is, what has he done in Sierra Leone to help the country? What has he done by way of private investment? Look at Nigeria. Look at Ghana. Look at the
Now we come
change
back.
where they go on.
Now we come back to the terms of reference. You don't show me the do's and the don'ts. And you don't really elaborate in an area where you feel to say it was unfair for make the go, because like a distraction, because we get an acute issue. Why you bring a chronic? That's why I defined it. You get acute, you get chronic. So why did they bring chronic business inside acute business? And I like the way you put and throw. Well, what do we get before we now? Dear, tell we, but these terms of reference, the areas them where you feel to say go able make this thing go smooth, or if there are bumps on the way, based
I
on
would
what?
prefer we look at the bumps first and foremost.
Okay.
The biggest setback to the tripartite committee is that you have one single member of the committee playing dual role. The SLPP as a party is also playing the role of the government of Sierra Leone. And according to the terms of reference and the mandate of the tripartite committee, the government of Sierra Leone is obligated to implement every recommendation. Blow for turn this thing, I can make you the golf. Every recommendation that is forwarded by the tripartite committee.
Mm-hmm.
And the SLPP is the party that benefited from whatever went wrong in the last election. Will they have the ethical currency to agree? If the SLPP as a party does not agree, will the government of Sierra Leone agree? Especially when you look at the mandate of the tripartite committee, where number 5, they suggest, say, the committee will recommend actions. Actions, we have to take note, is very open. That action can mean anything from saying, okay, let us review we electoral laws, let us review the electoral system, to even asking for a rerun of the elections.
It's very important, my brother, for let you define the word action, because they say for take action. Yes. Action. Now in the subject now.
Now in.
So what thing it entail by saying for do action?
Action means say we recommend say this has to be done for correct this thing. Mm-hmm. This procedure, look at number, where is it, mandate of the, I hope people and they see the document or share. Mandate of the committee, where is it, let me find it. Okay, yeah, number 5 of the mandates. Now the mandates, this would then give them. But the most important one is number 5. Recommend necessary actions and reforms thereafter. Mm-hmm. This is the danger point. What if one party, because we they talk about 3 people discussing, bargaining, and negotiating. Okay? You get the APC as a political party complaining, where of course I get questions about that, but I raise them. Some people, we don't pass that stage. You see, another thing about us is we like shortcuts. We not defend durable solutions. As a matter of fact, along with the APC should have been every other political party will get a grudge.
I believe so too.
About the conduct of this last election. Then you get the SLPP as a political party when at the other side, and they are representing the government, where for still neutral. The government of Sierra Leone has to be neutral. and they are obligated to implement whatever the committee recommends. But here we have the SLPP as the government, and they are the ones benefiting from what went wrong. Will they have the moral currency and the ethical currency to say we agree? If the APC recommends, say, because of the findings, where we don't, because they therefore go through all the electoral results, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Then therefore look at everything. If the APC say, well, because of what we don't find out, will they recommend, say, law get a rerun? Will the SLPP agree on that? If they don't agree, what will be the next step?
$6 million question don't come up.
You see, this is what we need to tell the people of Sierra Leone. We all the one that they make press conference or iron conference or cook conference, they know they talk about. If democracy is to survive, the threat of hypocrisy has to be taken out of it.
Well, quite a lot of people, and when they talk, then they talk out of their own perception and not the facts in front of them. Like what you do so Naya, what you they talk about, you put them openly, you pick the word action. And within an action now a process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim.
Yeah.
So if you don't pick
correct.
yes. So if you not say the other side get diabetes, you go cook pap, you pack sugar there. The other person not eat.
You don't assist the diabetes.
Exactly. So this other person will not get diabetes. Now he enjoy. And now this person here will enjoy. Now you can put back on the table for can talk about the sugar with them pack. He not get problem, he not get diabetes. He not see nothing wrong with the sugar with they add. In fact, it benefits him. While the man will get diabetes, it disadvantage him in it totally take the right for him for enjoy waiting would have been a lovely meal.
Exactly.
Because it's
Then
not good
it
for
put them
health.
at risk.
Yes. So this is the kind of situation we get now. So if you can't tell this Maya say now, the sugar too plenty, therefore cook this papier back.
They'll put water so the sugar will reduce.
And he enjoy the pap.
He say I not agree. So what you not go do next?
What you go do now? And in
we
a
not
society,
go that part later. I
no, brother, they come.
left the recommendation as
you
to
talk about
waiting for
something.
do.
You talk about something just now. Wait, somebody's revenge. So when you talk, say now, they're not for put water there. That man they now say, and not go right to in vexatiousness make now it go take Sansani put on the pap.
Well,
What was supposed to be for us though?
I go suppose.
I be just one for bring down there because you talk about this vengeful habit where all man they revenge.
The
all man
reason we make with
getting your back.
issues here, as I say in the beginning, we are all stakeholders in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone business is everybody's business. If we want let we country go before, we get for begin use the truth. We have for left this, how do you call it? My granny been gets one in what way they use to say dokunu business.
Dokunu.
We get for left farm. 90 man they say kuku jumuku. We get for left farm. We get for begin learn for treat ourselves with fear and truthful respect.
I'm
You
glad
see,
the way you.
I dey look, let's just make this
Mhm,
point, sir.
mhm,
I dey
mhm.
look this document, it dey raise a lot of questions in my mind. The question is, who and who wrote this document? Who and who wrote? Because when you look at the document, minus that number 5, where I don't pick out, the rest of it has little to say that will benefit the people of Sierra Leone. Don't be fair. The document itself is a blame document. We will investigate elections from 2007 to now. That we are saying everything we have done in the past was nonsense. This blame and complain mentality, we have to stop it.
Yeah, because it is clear the international community and everything say the other elections they're free and fair. Why should they come? Because similar thing happen where their old
All elections, when they get international observers, including the one they were then quote on this very document,
yes.
they did not complain the way they complained in this last election. So why do we have to go back to those elections?
Because them particular people there don't make this a habit. Because if
No,
I
me not they talk
remember,
about people, they talk about
I
why.
they come, that the government are they talk about. Because I remember when they all the first lady office responsible for some money them way disappear. When they all can go na the for me, they go investigate them. Then talk for say, well, for me, they investigate that, then for investigate the previous president instead of your wife.
Yeah, because we get a moribund intellectual class in Sierra
Yeah.
Leone. That's my point. The intellectual class, the elite class of any country, is the class that sets the ethical and moral standards. Not the politicians. England, where they, the prime minister again limit to what he they say and do.
Because then society there, everything what they do based on duty, honor, and country.
Imran, let we not talk about say duty, honor, and this. You know, it's our problem.
Mm-hmm.
We will sabi book. We will feel so sabi. We don't know we eat from hotel. All the ethics and what you they talk about, what they apply in other countries, yeah. Now the intellectuals them, now then they institute them.
Yes. That is why I've
The
always
leader
said
is not a god in
I
this
don't
country.
always say no to the illiterates and we problem.
Now we,
Now the educated class, now the problem
are
na
we,
Sierra Leone.
are we, are we,
Until we change,
what
we,
will they think?
you know, there's something with the morality. There's something with the morality because
It's not
everything
about
about
morality, it's about poverty. You know what is poverty? Poverty is your ability and the ways you think. If you think you are incapacitated and have to depend on others, then you'll behave the way the intellectuals are behaving in Sierra Leone. I not talk, I go lost me bread. If you're an intellectual, you have a way to make your bread.
outside and South Carolina they eat.
Well, lady cow not getting for it now. When cow not getting for it and they begin pointer now, hey, we not get water, we not get electricity. We never planned for it, so we don't have it. Everybody was looking out for himself. And then when this TOR document, TOR, what do they see there? You see an embedded looking out for the self. And I tell you, say, because it is embedded in the document, the parties will not come to an agreement. There is a danger about this TOR.
That's a possibility. I have said that. Not once, not twice.
The
They
only way
might
they will come to an agreement, let me tell you now, one side get for use blackmail. Yes.
the chances for make a end by a deadlock is greater than them coming to an agreement. But even if they come to an agreement, I'm glad the way you talk about this word here, say, how they go cancel them, then look for a resolution. When they get a resolution, then they take this resolution back, then can go back to SLPP because
they are
they
the
run the government.
government.
Yes. Then the very SLPP back, now you for go decide whether it go implement them or not. That's one area where I find, because if you can listen where then talk and the communique, where they say the head of state will address the nation. Then when it comes to APC, they say APC will go to parliament. Will, in that case, they kind of compelled. Then when it comes to the president, then give him freedom for decide if he should and if or not. Then that's make what he can do the speech now. We say in the Ingo consider. And they don't agree. Agreement has been reached and signed. It is not for him to agree.
You see,
It is
you
for him
are
to
going
sign.
back, you are coming back to the question I asked. Who wrote this document? Who wrote the whole concept around the tripartite committee? Did it take into consideration the present and futuristic impact of the decisions that will be made now? I don't hear Iboku people they all about we constitution. How we constitution get issue. We constitution that. Now because we they think limited.
Mm-hmm.
We they think with that tunnel vision. Otherwise,
Whatever problem the constitution have, this
it's
government
because
cannot
at
fit.
that time there were certain short-sightedness.
Yes,
And at the short-sightedness with the CSOP and this same document,
but
we
I
get
do
a
not
very
see.
important mandate and
I,
hold on with future.
I not see any sense for make we allow a government will not get mandate, government will not win elections, a very unpopular government like this, for make it put in hand. Even I don't feel to say they're supposed to allow them for church with constitution, even with a stick for review.
If you
Because they're not
ask
getting
me,
mandate, they're not getting moral standpoint, they're not winning no elections. So basically, they are not mandated in any way or form for Guinea. And this is what is killing me about the opposition. And they are quiet about it.
and the opposition is a party to it. Ask me how.
How?
They are looking out for their own interest. So they have to agree on a number of things that we're not correct.
This is not the right time for that.
I'll tell you something.
Not
The
the right
most
time.
correct path will be for take, not about a tripartite committee. Now forget an independent body we comprise of Sierra Leoneans, then give them the mandate for form an interim government. Let them investigate all them things here. They investigate the constitutions and other things and come out with recommendations. And that interim government should have had a certain proviso that all members of that interim government, they not get the right for contest elections after the term done, the mandate done. But we'll not go that partly. You know why? I'll give you two reasons why we are doing things wrong in Sierra Leone. One, we personify institutions. Institutions become the person become the institution. So it's about who is ahead. I make we always they talk about this leader do this, that leader do that. Government, for God's sake, is a continuous institution. It's not about who is sitting at State House. It's about the policies and the implementation of policies. There are some policies that cannot be implemented within the term of office of one government. So you therefore continue after. Okay? But because we the personify institution, every Jack and Tom they go sit on a State House, seek out your own policy.
I saw somebody was talking about the toll roads, how then they collect the money, how then they this. But this particular government we talk for say, then they can't stop the toll. And now, it's just, everything is just, total dokonu.
We come back to the same thing where they talk about the personification of governance. When our first fault as a people. The issue of toll and payment of toll was agreed on way back in the 1980s, before the international community came to Sierra Leone to help us restructure, one of which process was for make we go back to multi-party. We're different from democracy, multi-party governance. When I make that Peter Tucker Commission, Peter Lorenzo Tucker Commission, then they come with the 1991 Constitution where President Momo been signed. Within that same period, that was when the agreement was made, prior to the formation of Sierra Leone Roads Authority, Sierra Leone Road Transport Authority, etc. There had been a blueprint. And as a matter of fact, most of them projects see how they go on now. Then we don't agree on them. Now implementation, they go on.
Because sometimes I don't understand them, because some people and they against this constitution, because no constitution not the way perfect. There will never be a perfect constitution.
That's why constitutions are amended.
Even America, when the country where all money look forward to saying that they get the most viable democracy, they have reviewed and make amendments 27 times per the constitution.
Over that.
Where
they make them.
So this thing when they talk like for say the constitution get for be perfect. Constitution they evolve just like how they evolve. I remember when we come at this country, being gay is a crime, but now being gay is a right. They don't adapt the constitution
for Britain not get constitution.
They don't adapt
get constitution.
I know that, but it is part of the legislation that they have been absorbed into the community. In those days, they know they joined the army. Now that they join the army, then they join the police. So constitution is about something where the I call it dynamic. It change as how the culture they evolve, traditions they change. Because this not so firewood where we born and done or this na agbata how you see it day 3,000 years later and so it's still there. Past if erosion affects them in any way or form.
Or weathering or them process.
Exactly. But the whole thing we make certain quarters and they against this now because now APC be sign up. But then forget say Peter Tucker na Mendesha bro. Now he right
Tucker na the elder brother of Patricia Kaba.
Exactly. So now SLPP people they involved it.
No, but now left this SLPP.
No. Why I'm saying this? Why I'm saying this? Because it is a culture and it transcends from this APC and SLPP.
It come back to what you are saying with the personified institutions.
Exactly. Because not to APC leader be there in power. Now APC leader be there in power. Now he signed the constitution. it is a bit too much for some people and for accept. So they forget the
Well, if it
constitution.
be too much for them for accept, say everything what they happen at Sierra Leone today, na President Joseph Saidu Momo sign up.
You know what this is the problem.
Let it be too much, but I know because I attended those meetings as vice president of the Sierra
Well,
Leone.
this is not the problem what we get. You see, this thing where they talk about this vendetta, this
I attended those meetings.
it's a very
When
nasty
the IMF
way
and
for
other
run the country.
internationals were negotiating with Sierra Leone, I know the blueprint that was set.
What thing we see as duty in when it comes to issues of servitude. Duty is a very vital part with the morality. Now, something where you they do because you morally feel to say this thing here is correct. Then honor. Now, where you did it, you know say morally this is what I should be doing. Then you get country. So then two things there. Then before country, you get for past then test there duty, honor. Then country. If you talk with American man, then quick that they say to you, duty, honor, in country.
You know
Duty,
why?
honor, in country.
You know
What
why?
thing? We are the values what we get
You
for
know
settled.
why? I will tell you now. You know why? You see that institution where they call the army.
Mhm.
Most times we think it's only about warfare. It's not all about warfare. It's about social, ethical, and moral upbringing of a country.
I believe so too.
We people them in get them before. Now that make them in get in society where boy picking they enter, then get society where girl picking they enter before it come into adulthood. Now we get the institutions then they, and now we get a national conscription. Everybody in this country has to join the army and serve for minimum 1 year. Because in that institution, then they create the discipline, then create the consciousness that I'm in a country. Shaka Stevens being recommend that way back in 1771. But a lot of people kicked against it, say, we forget the national conscription. Everybody, as you done your level, if you go join the army, you serve 1 year. By then, I was at the grammar school. I remember that. That then I be Minister of Education, but as Wilson. You understand? They kicked against it. But it is good for the society. Because one of the biggest problems we'll get as a society now in discipline. When I say discipline, not to toggery for go beat people then kill people then. Now self-control at its maximum.
Yeah.
Self-control of your mental and physical self. Now in a discipline, not to person the discipline, you know the discipline.
Discipline yourself. It comes from within.
Now they say, I know they do this, I they do this.
I spoke on an audio the other day that I was very vivid and very frank. We country DBN. This intellectual class na problem.
Now not the problem. Now
Because
we say that. Now we will go school
definition.
and university. Now we not the problem.
Basic definitions. The one in question now, youth. Youth, now the transition between being a child and adulthood.
Yeah.
That is adolescence. Both political party them, what they call youth now over 35. What is 35-year-old person get for being youth? Those are the times when they arrange them about them, begin to get involved in organizing the community and the society. Even the primitive countries then they get youth, where they're small picking them, then they send them go through.
I will let you into a secret, sir.
You know, I be just want to finish this, my brother.
Finish.
You know, where you find out for say the youth they begin from 15 to 25. After 25, you not to youth. You not adult.
Well, let's say up to 35. Up to 35. Let us give it up to 35.
No, I don't agree. if the people are working a language, then talk
Well,
for say
internationally, up to 35, you are considered a youth.
youth na 15 to 25.
Okay.
Sierra Leone, even with youth, I remember APC, the first youth leader, Usman Sanko. It was over 50 at the youth league. And so, if he don't go be the youth leader, then how you go allow? You remember what will be small when picking them when they grow up and they make mommy and daddy business, then they begin to learn how to be a married person and couple. When they play cook, when they this, they that, picking and they act, picking and they learn through play.
Yeah.
So you find out for say where you allow the adult the youth them for be involved in politics at an early age. Those are the times you they make things like debate in society. When they learn the act of oratory, then go they write
Well, not
compositions.
only that, not
You know,
only that. You
they
get
go they write
forget
competitions.
away. You get forget a way back for teach the picking them their identity and then culture.
Yes.
That now another thing they miss now with country.
And now that
We
ends
they
there.
miss some because we get the second problem. I mean, don't tell you the first problem. The personification of institutions, not so?
Yeah.
And this personification of institution, you see I'm written all over the TOR of the tripartite committee. When you read through the document, you see a personification. We're very dangerous. There is no distinction between the government of Sierra Leone and the SLPP. And that's the danger in that document or in the actions of the tripartite committee.
This is the thing.
The second danger, now we just come to so. When people don't have a knowledge of their identity, it's a danger unto themselves and their existence. We take we country, we divide them into egoistic clans. We call them clans here by different name, tribe, party, etc. But look at Sierra Leone. What do you see? You see the same people speaking different languages. Then they read something on this research what they do because they try for tie up something. I came across the meaning of Sevula in Pujaun district. There is a place called Sevula. Sevula, the home of late FM Mina, now the place outside the soirees them been go sit down. And who are the soirees? Na Bambara. All the people in the northern province, na Bambara. I don't care whether they talk Timni or Loko or Limba. Their names then come up from the Senegambia. We say Mansare, you say Jakite, you say Jawara, you say Njai, you say Conte, you say Fofana, you say they're all from Senegambia. Look at Pujang. All the people and then are Bambara, Bambara with Vai and Fulani. So if we don't know our identity, it will lead we into that egoistic protectionism. When are the danger what they see in everything what they do. We want to do good, but we do it wrongly because we don't
With priorities, they're always wrong. Like
because we don't know that the next person we are dealing with is our blood brother or sister.
Look like waiting to go on at Chile, just like this youth business why they talk about. And they come back to that because this is very important. The man, when are the president of Chile, he is 35. He was the youth leader when he was a little boy. When he did university, now he be the president of the youth league. Look, now he don't transition from being a youth president to a national president.
The same thing happens here where I live.
If that bobo, if that man team up, he talk na ya you afraid. Because he is being trained, groomed,
Exactly.
prepared for
Exactly.
leadership.
Exactly.
Leadership not just they happen because now you big. No.
Or
Leadership,
because some mystical power they can point say na
exactly.
this.
Leadership,
Not
you
a
are
be so.
groomed. Now
You are
that makes me
trained.
to talk about this talk here. Say the definition and get for change and youth get for be youth. Nobody know for be a youth leader when they above 25. Because if you take the bobo them away from that role day, you dey take responsibility away from them. And if you not ever hold responsibility, how would you be able to dispense
Not that,
responsibility?
added to that. If you not teach somebody for do something at an early age, you're not able to do am when he be an adult.
No. Because you get for the new, you get for be part of you.
Yes.
You cannot give what you don't know.
No.
Even if you get you picking and also not responsible, it's something they lost now you stock. Yeah,
Now
they
you
stock.
the parent responsible.
Yeah, give the body stocking. When you get the stocking, not a thief again. Because now
Now the
you
way
get for
we
the account.
train the pikin, now they make it go wayward.
Exactly. You know,
The
so
time we take for your pikin, now they make it go wayward.
why you feel to send at school and they make we senior prefect? Then they make we monitor. All them things and then leadership, then they begin to teach you.
Yes.
Why you feel to say, even in we own traditional setting, you get big brother, you get small sister. At a certain age, you get respan and supan. At certain other age, you soup and you put up on top, you rest.
Yeah.
Then you get different duties there. Every home. You get the age where you when I go tie ship them. You get the age where you now you was span. You get the age where you now you deal with papa, he close them, iron them, set them at the wardrobe.
Exactly.
Then like when you go university, the person where you left immediately after you, now they take over that role. Then the other picking and they come up where the younger one and they fill in the other positions. Then this is all grooming you for leadership. But we get a political system, now them party there, both APC and SLPP and all other subsequent parties. The young people and not get a role. No.
We've lost him. This man, all tell they lost him.
No wonder.
Paddy, wait me. You get modem now?
Yes, I do, yes.
Can you go into your modem? Okay, we'll go talk and backstage.
It didn't apala.
I will teach you how to go inside the modem and do some changes to the settings.
All right, okay.
I will do that backstage.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
You know, so, you know, them picking the year, go take responsibility, then go learn things them. You remember who will be small, you they join Scout. You fit not by mistake make who they join Scout.
Boys Brigade, Girls Guide.
Be Cobb, be Brownie, be Girls Guide.
All now been part of training for make we
But they only do all of that in
leadership.
Sierra Leone. All is gone. All is
But
gone.
we get her now. It has been replaced with Kush gangs.
Exactly. And even the Kush when they call her, the name not quite correct because Kush na a kind of marijuana where they come out of the Kush region of India. Yeah. This one when they give them a kind of tranquilizer for animal them. Now even they mix when they take when they damage them, and then they call them trans. Right now, they kill people in America. Now trans, this
all over the
world. Serious
Ghana,
drug.
in Nigeria, all over.
All
it's
over.
A global epidemic.
You know. So the name on they give, they try for water and down, but this is serious class A drug where they make people and food and they rotting and a thin way, highly addictive. You take and one time, you are hooked straight away.
It's worse than heroin.
Yes, you take them, the level of addiction panam is extremely high. But then they call them Kush.
What's in a Kush? Kush na marijuana. All the social danger, yeah. Now make we need forget serious na Sierra Leone. Now make this TOR and this tripartite committee, we need for look at with seriousness.
Well, how we go look at where everything is international community. There's nothing wrong with international community.
No, but the point is,
but we have our society. Now we get for leading with society. How we go allow other people them for can decide, you know, how we for eat mangrove.
The point the point that we don't get, the international community is not going to dictate to us.
No. Not to either side.
The only thing where the international community gets as an interest point, we may lead them to taking action at some point. Now, the security of democracy. Why do they have to secure it? Then they look at the geolocation of Sierra Leone. Then look at the geolocation of coastal West Africa. Then see how it will affect them in case things go wrong now, Pat.
You know, see, say now Sierra Leone don't turn to gateway for drugs for Ghana, Europe.
Yes, because it's shorter. It's shorter from the Freetown port. You can reach any major city in the Atlantic region by air within 7 hours, 30 minutes. By sea,
they don't get Sierra Leone
within
many
14
times.
days.
We name don't get involved many times now.
Because it has always been that way historically. Historically, Freetown has always been a global trading port, but we don't know. I make us say we the intellectuals are idiots, my brother.
You know what else I find out? Quite a lot of ships them now the waters of the world. Now Salone and the register there.
Well, most, not all, most.
Yeah, I say most of them.
And who is doing that registration, you may want to ask. It's not a Sierra Leonean business.
We not even get Kenu Sefos in Sierra Leone.
No, what they say, the company where they do the registration, now tax and they pay to the government of Sierra Leone. They are not Sierra Leoneans. Can you beat that?
Everything is just upside down.
Because we not get we identity,
upside down,
my brother.
You know, and people are not will not get national pride.
Now the second part, that's what they say now with problem, we're embedded in this tripartite issue. Because really, if we look at our identity as a people, if we understand, say we all have the same DNA, we are from the same origin, speaking different languages. The way will be for structure the tripartite committee mandate before make them as a peace enhancing process.
And make them very diverse, so you go encapsulate everybody inside it.
But when you look the committee, we have over 20 political parties registered.
Not today, why?
Not today. So the other one, the interest no matter.
Enough. Talking about it with the candon gist now, you don't talk about the difficulties them where you don't envisage. Do you? Before we go, let we just get this team balance. Tell me some of the good things then where you see on this TOR. Because you don't talk about
things them plenty, but the dangers are embedded in we beliefs, we perceptions, and we attitudes. I will tell you one thing for free, Imran. From my experience in Sierra Leone, working in Sierra Leone from 1979 up to 1998, and from my experience coming to another country where I was partially involved in public service, we have some of the best laws you can find for any country anywhere on earth. But we attitude, with beliefs and with perceptions, now with danger. That document, as the maker, so if we go by and do the investigation and come out with the findings, when we are sure say, go prove say, there was no definite winner in the last election.
And we already have an independent report where indicates that the European Union report.
3 people from 3 sides: Qatar, from New, then from European Union.
So that made me wonder why then they go waste their time.
No, they need for waste time. Why they need for waste time? These are reports given by 3 independent bodies, but they need to verify it. And where is the verification? ECSL for produce all the results, polling station by polling station, as it was signed by the party agents, etc. Let them verify, say, there was no clear winner. That's another danger.
Well, SLPP,
That's another danger because ECSL is supposed to be an independent government body. But who is the government? The SLPP. And they don't say they're not win, so they're not agree.
They already talk and say, well, we go coax them, but we not feel say them go canaya. So that the 4-1 we say, you know, we are not for preempt, no preempt anything.
Not a preemption, it's the truth. We have to stop being economical with the truth.
No, what I'm saying is, me not possibly believe in trend. And the trend what we don't see from 2018 to now, it's not looking good. And I think what I try to say to a lot of people. Because if you see somebody winning a committee, when they come for can try for resolve the issue, don't tell you say a partner in crime. I know if you say the Kanaya, we go bail them, we go talk to them, but constitution not allow them for Kanaya safe. Me no know
that they pull that from not allow them.
That's what they say. That's what the man say.
Who's part of the constitution?
Guy must say the constitution.
Which part of the constitution of
my brother? Because
I know what they say. I know all the constitution I made. I'll tell you, I sabi the constitution, and I even know the original one because I was partly involved with the Peter Tucker Constitution Commission.
Well, how you go talk to with people on this particular area? Because this is what you read the SLPP particularly talk all the time.
Provision for the formation of an independent electoral commission, which was amended after the 1996 elections for make it become the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. The original constitution mentioned about independent electoral commission. Now I make them they call her INEC during the 1996 elections. Then give mandate for MEC, then form that constitution, that commission. And that commission was formed by statutory provision under the parliament after the 1996 elections. Okay? So, constitution not get nothing for say, INEC not get mandate for go answer to anybody. The fact that the Electoral Commission is a result of a statute of the Republic of Sierra Leone means say it's lower and under the Constitution. It's answerable to the Constitution. Statutes are laws resulting from constitutional provisions. That's simple government asabi, because I left government from 5.
Because the Electoral Commissioner talk for say no answerable to anybody.
He's talking his own. You see how the problem don't begin? You see how the problem don't begin? And the Electoral Commissioner at this point in time or whoever should keep quiet. Because the TOR mandates the government of Sierra Leone to abide by the findings of the tripartite committee.
Exactly.
So it's in their best interest to keep quiet. But if the same government of Sierra Leone is the SLPP, then we should expect trouble. And
we see Guy Man, he said that already. They're not going to come. They're not get sending mandates for ask them any question. If they come, they don't show me.
And another thing I will ask from now on, because I don't hear it is plenty. Do you
make a bring them?
Any one of you now when they come on social media, they talk about constitution say this, constitution say that. Do you want to quote the section for we? Una quote the chapter, una quote the section and the subsection. Because some of we not idiots, we know.
Which me know whether you job now constitution give you you dey under the constitution and you still dey under the law, and anybody gets for be audited once you dey work for the public. So if they call you for audit, you no get no power for say you know they go there.
As a matter of fact, one of the key things where the Constitution of Sierra Leone make provision for, and I believe say every constitution makes provision for that, is the issue of accountability and oversight.
Exactly.
The parliament is the primary body to undertake that. But at the same time, when you read the constitution properly, you will see embedded in it the mandate of the citizenry to demand accountability and to act as oversight.
Yes.
In the interest of the country.
Let
we come up and joke now. Let we begin take we country serious.
Yeah. Because everywhere
some man they feel say
na no way, na no
some
way.
of which sabi, una not sabi 1/3 of them.
Na
so
no way, na
rubbish
Finland, all over the world, and they see head of state, they go sit down before committee and they ask them questions.
Yes, why not?
They can even subpoena them. So for make advocacy, we get electoral commissioner where they above the constitution, they above the law. Nobody know for question now. I cannot understand this.
Imran, now you've seen where I'm coming from. One, we personify institutions. When somebody don't take office, is the constitution, is the law and everything. He can talk any damn nonsense. People have to listen to him. That has to stop.
I have been attacked many times that, hey, you cannot challenge government. Who told you so? Government is here to be challenged.
That word, do you know where it came from?
Tell us, please.
Now, from the colonial process. The colonizers then create a situation for me who believe, say, we cannot challenge them. And how did they do it? They use the police to beat people. Togri.
And 90
when people then say they want protest, then they send thugs for go beat them. That has to change if we mean for make salon. That God will send few people for bully other people.
I can tell people and say, with man of fool when it comes by issues of law, then put judicial review. Even the law, you go back before a court, you go ask for a reviewer. No matter what's not the issue.
Yes.
You go for judicial review. Like issue like this, if that man say they come, then they go to court, go ask for judicial review. Because of the interest of the country, because of the peace and quietness of the country, the judge go get no reason for compel her for let go before let go answer them questions then they. Because at the end of the day, no one person there above everybody else's interest. No. Now make you can read they talk about public interest. If the way I'm not scale, if what the person do, it puts the public, the health and safety in risk, then they make a decision clearly for protect the public over the person there is freedom.
Yes.
It is happening everywhere in the world.
Because the primary duty of every government is the stability of the state.
And for protect the people and well-being.
Not to you business for face talk for protect people. Just create the circumstance. I'm sure you don't live in England for a long time. You never see soldier man they pass na treat with gun inside.
You know they see them with combat na treat safe. Greenwich just then then get then get a military base day. You know they see them. I don't want to see past them small picking them when a cadet where they come out school, then they begin to encourage them for joining army. When come back and then youth and it's youth business.
Where they pan training weekend, where then they come home from them camp, Then they count their uniform. Now they know more they see that.
Now Sierra Leone are the only place where me don't see in my life where they talk peace. You know they talk peace, you they act peace. Me
You
brother,
they think
if I
peace
want
and act
for be
peace.
peaceful with me neighbor, I get for create an attitude where they encourage peace. If me come out, tall man like you tall past me, I go watch you slap. Me brother, you get two
I go
choices
think
there for
as
me.
but this man
You know,
no follower. So
but
I go
you look, you
act
say,
peace.
this why for the sake of sanity, la let go to trouble. Because the one backhand way go give me, I don't think I go grab again. You know, these are the things. Then you go here, Mother Bio come out, we they can't talk peace. SL, APC, then leader come out, oh, we they come for do unity. These are all things when an attitude, the things you do when they create the ambience, they create the environment.
Aye.
You know, it is about the environment.
And I go tell you, added to what you they say, the one thing we for maintain peace, now we always the circumvent. Even this tripartite committee, the way we they handle them, we they circumvent building trust. Trust is the currency
Now the key.
and the key to peace.
Yeah. And the tool where they make it all possible. Now justice.
Not trust.
If you are not just, my brother, if
You
you are
know they
not
get
just, nobody
trust.
not trust you. Because the word just, it comes from this thing called fairness.
Exactly.
Just is fairness. You got to be just. That's fair. That's where the word comes, justice. Now make any side where you see issue of justice, now scale, not saying the symbol.
Nine.
It get for be balance.
Balance.
That you
Balance.
know mama we born between them.
It no
You get
matter
for
who
give them
that the
Bobby.
person be. It can be bigger man a treat.
You get for give
It
them
can
Bobby
be Chris
equally.
man. It can be the highest person. But before the state and before the law,
We are all equal.
we are all equal. And one thing where I can always say to people, you see this thing about rule of law, rule of law? Rule of law is not about use of power or force. It's
We don't.
about the way we think. I have been in this country 20 years. One day, me and the law no get issue. Know why? I no get business for go break the law. I no get business for go break the law. I dey always think, say, if I go break the law, then go lock me in a jail. How would I look at myself? What is there in this life that I want that I have to go and break the law for? You know, most people and they park their motor car at street now, left and they almost days. You know, most people they lost their property now inside public transport, then they get them back.
Yeah, lost and found. It didn't have true.
Now, because people them they think let us respect each other. And that's the rule of law. The rule of law, not to for make you go wear robe like one chef cat, they pass judgment. That's not the rule of law.
You know, the way the colonial people they don't waiting with age like how you talk when they talk for see not for challenge power. Hey, you know they challenge government, so you know they challenge government. Then they challenge governments anywhere.
But
Governments
yeah,
are there to
then
be
they cost
challenged
the
when they are
prime
wrong.
minister. Yeah, then they cost the prime minister before he face now.
When they
Smile
are
with a
wrong, the
smile.
people and get civil responsibility for hold them accountable. Then organize themselves from cell groups to region and this and make sure say whatever punishment he has to get way one for balance. Look what happened now, Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson lie.
Let tell you,
Then he lock other people them for
you
lie.
one life story, real story. There is a bridge about 10 minutes from me now, when a suspension bridge where they don't build from 1958. Now one lane bridge, it get light at both ends. Now then they try to expand the road because the area don't they become heavily populated, traffic don't increase. They want to build a wider bridge. On the other side, One mommy day we get in place, you get petrol station. Then opposite the petrol station, you get in place to sign horse then they. Then say they want let the mommy sell the place to government for me then go put the bridge in foundation there. He say la and Allah. Enough for that.
Yeah, land.
He say la, la. Now then they revise the plan for take them from a higher altitude, we go cost more for come over.
Well, hey, now
This
government
is
is a
what
challenge. What do you think may be?
respect for people's
Yep.
rights mean.
Yep. Yep. I agree with you.
And a day the rule of law begin. The rule of law begins with respecting the rights of the individual.
My brother, la morality, already here come out Christianity, Islam, rule of law. They all come up from that aspect there. Morality.
Yeah.
Now morality say we not for kill one another like animal. Now morality na Inca can pull we say we not for fetch resources. Now that they happen at the jungle. We make they lie on the ground on the morning and see people picking, go catch a cook them. In fact, not the cook say they cham it a cham raw. There is nothing you could do about it. Now the lion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now that we don't take away where we say, well, the resources will not go fetch for again, we will share them equally. So I don't have to eat your children. I don't have to wake up in the morning.
Let us make provision for everybody to get.
Exactly. Because a lot of people not get the common sense for no for say the whole reason why there is fight in the jungle now because of resources.
Now resources.
Now resources. All the
and
fight
even amongst the human race, all the wars Yahweh, they are in our control of resources.
Country they don't fetch over source of water.
A lot of people don't even know why there is war in Ukraine.
You know?
Ukraine now a center of resources.
Yes.
You know, so these are the then things. They get one of the biggest agricultural lands in Europe.
Yeah. You know, so really and truly, we don't try, we don't come here, we don't pass the 1 hour, 30 minutes. We've done very well. Thank you very much, Mr. Jallo. You are a resource center. I really appreciate the time we you make for let with the camps you don't know, because a lot of people and feel to say now idle, we idle. We get a lot of things them for do on a Saturday evening. We can go out, go eat out with families, this, that, but we choose for come we can talk to with people. And family, I they talk to una, the more way when they subscribe, now the more we go get the number, because there's a threshold where we get from meet for make the company go allow we for begin to get interactive. What I mean by this interactive, we go begin to get phone calls, the more I go to call we and ask questions, and we go to answer them questions then they. And when we go reach that threshold day also, we go be able for invite other people them for the can join we the call get guests them when they can appear for let we talk on the issues there, because we not say inside the pala them way in Asidon we get people them we get more resources than the aid pass.
Exactly.
And one thing about resources, you either read them, they make history, they say, you either by oral form or by digging, you dig, you find things them where go become history and then they write them. But then people there what they talk about, so experience now one of the biggest source of history. Some people them then live them things they here, then see them things they here. So nobody not get for tell them, but then get that experience they for can come talk to we. So if una they subscribe, we are they encourage you for do for now get the threshold, then they go bring a lot of experts then come to the platform where we all go benefit. Because me say one for learn more. Because one thing where I know be learning nothing but salon history. Because me when they talk now, so I do the Industrial Revolution, I do Napoleon Bonaparte, I do the French Revolution, I did the Russian Revolution, I did the American War of Independence, I did the 13 American colonies. Those were the things I did, the Renaissance. When not got nothing to do with me, not only business, it not get anywhere where it had value in my life. The things and way I be supposed to know about Bible and saying, but Pierre, Madam Yoko, then thing and day, I was never taught anything. Now, through my own interest, I begin to read, I begin to teach myself as an amateur. Say where I don't reach, I don't reach so. And there are more now we country what we need for Sabi. Just like what me brother say, if you don't know your history, you don't disenfranchise yourself by your basic fundamental rights. Some of them things there already happen. So if we know we history and with traditions, they're not supposed to happen.
You know they happen.
Because even with culture, then they engage.
Would they
When
sit down
them,
talk to ourselves quietly?
yes. And then they engage. Then the whatever that they do, then they forget consensus. A very inclusive in anything that they do. Then they talk to the people them. They know they can't begin to impose on people them. So famulem, I tell you thank you this evening. Mr. Jallo, I tell you thank you too. And I will let you now for let you say goodbye to the people them and then you do a summary. Then we go blow for today.
So thank you very much for always coming on board, sir. Let we keep up the spirit, because as this may Kotwa make say, the biggest threat to democracy now an uninformed electorate. What you make with a calm, they spend with time, as Imran say, by now I for sit down with my family with a crack joke, because Fridays, Saturdays, now the only time we'll get for share. Weekdays, everybody busy. We dey do this because now a way where some of we believe say for pay back to we country. Now one of the ways all the things say for pay back to country. We dey do am because some of we dey think so. Time don't they go, it's time you begin to think about going back home. And I no want go back home at the time where I'm not able to do nothing. I want go, like go sit down at my village, I dey do something there, we go prosper posterity. Now I make us say, Sierra Leone business, now everybody business. I no go feel free and comfortable to go sit down at a place where doku no business, they mix up, box up, kuku, jumuku, and then take us culture. No way. I know what thing that do to me. We make a run come on my country the 2nd of June 1998. And I don't want to see a repeat of that in my life. So dear, with a beg una help we let we grow this channel. Una subscribe to the channel. Una share them widely in any group so una day. Not to politics we they talk. We may be dealing with political issues, but not to politics as soon as Sabiam. We dey talk things then, we for make we know say we are one country and one people. Yes, the SLPP they use them as motto, but they don't know the meaning. If they know the meaning, then go change a lot of things so then they do.
Yep.
It's a fact, it's a biological fact that we are one country, one people in Sierra Leone. We'll forget programs so they can discuss that. They'll prove to us say whether they talk mandate team, the local limba, now the same DNA you get like the other people them. Una help we, let we grow the channel. Una thank you for the listen to we. Una take the sense out of the nonsense what they talk. Who they talk about nonsense. But if I now talk this nonsense, una learn some sense. Because even that Chris man, he gets something where they talk when get used for society. Now I make, if you remember, up to 1990, I believe, SLBS then, we now SLBC, the last tune them they play always, that poem, Desiderata. We say, go placidly. You are a child of this universe. Now we be saying for copyright issue. I mean for the play on this channel.
I remember that instrumental there.
Yes.
But with this one, kumbile, 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 oh, nami yo no.
Politics. I go advise people them let them go and read that poem there. Desiderata. It dey on YouTube. The music
Okay.
they with them.
And
They teach we say we all get right now. And we get for teach we serve for respect each other. So una thank you for listening to we. Una take the sense out of the nonsense we they talk. We go come back next week. And when the group begin improve, when we begin see the numbers they increase, we go take a decision. Maybe we'll go for they do 2 programs a week. Now so gradually we will improve because we get for count other things. Not only for cancer don't talk about salon. Now can begin talk what you make them the pool na do. Come on, daddy. Now can begin talk what you make the woman and they wear lapa.
Exactly.
And they wear trusses. All that get reason.
All get reason, yeah.
But beaucoup people don't know. Now can talk how they make suku blind. These are things that are of economic and cultural interest. We don't left now. Everybody want for be Bill Gates. Everybody want for be rapper. Everybody, and we don't lost our identity.
Totally.
And that makes some of what they talk. And we not go tire. As long as we body is healthy, would they come, would they talk the nonsense, let us not take the sense out of them. Would not thank you. We hope for see you back next Friday.
Thank you
very much, sir.
Now we say tata. Good night, me family.